Welcome back to Falcon Update here on YBTV. I'm Connor Zodi.
And I'm Ethan Gregory, and we have a cast for the program. The Agape Center hosted its annual service fair on Tuesday. Tables filled Eisenhower Commons as community partners shared ways for students to get involved. Whether through service, projects, volunteering, or ongoing outreach, the fair not only highlighted ways Messiah students can serve beyond campus, but also emphasized Agape's mission of integrating faith, learning, and service. If you are interested in serving or simply learning more, contact the Agape Center at agapecenter@messiah.edu, and don't forget to follow them on Instagram.
SAB hosted a pop-up event for Suicide Prevention Day to spread awareness to students and stand up for mental health. They made the event a safe space for students to learn, talk, and connect. Resources were made available during the event to help promote the importance of mental wellness. Alongside the resources, students were allowed to take home prizes such as bracelets, stickers, pens, and donuts. Every interaction was a step closer to building a community of support and care.
Today, SAB is hosting a Suicide Prevention Day pop-up where we are raising awareness for students on campus, letting them know the different resources we have. We're handing out some duck donuts and different prizes, and you can enter in for a warmie.
To stay up to date on all future events hosted by SAB, follow @MessiahSAB on Instagram.
The Caribbean Student Association hosted their annual Kickback night on Saturday. Danny Johnson has the story.
The Caribbean Student Association kicked off the semester with its very first event, the CSA Kickback. Students gathered to enjoy music, food, and games while connecting with peers in a fun and welcoming atmosphere.
So the CSA Kickback is our annual kickoff event. We do this event really to just foster a sense of community for not only our first year students but our returning students, and get them acclimated with the cabinet, with school, with everything, and just give them a fresh taste of Caribbean culture and hopefully connection with children who love Jesus. So yeah.
The event served as an introduction to the vibrant culture and community that CSA brings to campus, while also reflecting the group's desire to incorporate their faith and love for Jesus into everything they do.
Something about this that's different is it's a little more laid back, a little more relaxed than normally our other events. We have some other less formal events, but this one's nice because it's outside, it's not as cold yet, and people feel probably a little more comfortable coming into the space, saying hi to a friend, and it's just a lot more relaxed, and you get to have good food. So
students left the event with full hearts, new connections, and excitement for what CSA has planned next. Reporting for YBTV, I'm Danny Johnson.
Thanks, Danny. SAB hosted their first Coffeehouse of the semester yesterday evening. Coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and donuts were provided to students, from Duck Donuts, to enjoy while watching the show. The show featured a near record-breaking 19 acts with many new and returning talents. Fan favorites from first-year Coffeehouse made a return, with many more talented individuals making their debut. Each student took home a commemorative Coffeehouse mug as well. For more information on how to audition for the next Coffeehouse, happening on October 12th, visit the SAB office located upstairs in the Union and follow SAB on Instagram @MessiahSAB.
We will be right back with more Falcon Update after the break.
What drew me to Messiah was when I was looking for graduate programs. It was real people, and they were welcoming me to the program. They were interested in who I was as a person. They were interested in my career goals, and they truly just welcomed me before I was even a student.
At Messiah University, in our graduate program of Business and Leadership, we offer an MBA with various concentrations, a Master of Arts in Healthcare Leadership, a Master of Arts in Strategic Leadership, and various graduate certificates. All of our graduate programs in Business and Leadership are accredited by ACBSP, which is main governing body for business programs, both at the graduate and undergraduate level.
So I found that the online instruction at Messiah was high quality. Definitely a good experience and an experience that maintained community, even though we were separated by geography sometimes of considerable distances.
Our online courses are capped at 15. This enables students to really develop a deep connection with faculty as they're being mentored throughout the program.
They brought their business experience to every single class. So our professors are teaching us, this is what it's like in the real world, and this is how you can take all the stuff out of this book, all this leadership theory, and practically apply it in the workplace.
I would highly recommend Messiah's programs because I feel very cared for by the faculty. They do a great job of making you apply your faith to where you're working. The MBA program is a good reminder that you can be a faithful business professional, and I just feel like I'm becoming a better person and I'm going to be a better future leader because of this program.
Welcome back to Falcon Update. I'm Ethan Gregory.
And I'm Connor Zodi. Ethan, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful. It was this past weekend was great because my West Virginia Mountaineers beat the Pittsburgh Panthers. So shout out Dr. Ark. I know he's a big Pitt Panthers guy, but man, am I happy the Mountaineers won.
Yeah, I was paying attention to that very game. My father, a big Pitt fan and alumni, was not happy, and he made that very clear to me on the phone.
Well, I'm glad he wasn't happy. How was your day?
Pretty good. Today I was working on homework, but I definitely watched a lot of football over the weekend because why not? I love football.
Oh, of course. America and football. What goes better than that?
Great combo. Let's see what Sarah Marshall has in the works for this week's Falcon Forecast. Sarah?
Thanks, Connor. I'm Sarah Marshall, and welcome to this week's Falcon Forecast. I'm here to give you this week's weather report. As you can see, Monday night, it's 75 degrees, but it was 81 degrees for our high today, and it felt particularly warm because of that humidity that was at 71%. I don't know about you, but I was not able to keep on my sweatshirt on my way to class. Had to go down to the t-shirt. As for the Tuesday planner, we see that early morning, it's 58 degrees, pretty cool, which is to be expected at that time of day. And then from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., we're going to have moderate temperature with a high of 77 around 3 p.m. As for our surface map, we have a cold front that's coming in from the Finger Lakes and the Great Lakes region, and that's going to bring in some cooler weather and a little bit of rain that we're going to see on Wednesday. But as for our temperature map, you can see essentially what's going on here is it's saying it's pretty warm in our area, Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, and in the counties around us. And then as for our dew points, let me explain this for you. 63 was the dew point on Monday because it was pretty humid today. So that makes sense. And it'll go down to 58 on Tuesday, but it's going to pop right back up on Wednesday because of that rain we're expecting in the morning and the afternoon, and then it's going to stay pretty much the same from Thursday and Friday. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 7-day forecast. And essentially it's pretty temperamental. You have Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty moderate temperature, and then Thursday, Friday, it's going to go back up to the 80s, and over the weekend, it's going to go back to 70s. And on Monday, it's going to go right back up to 80. So be sure, Messiah Falcons, to get out there, enjoy what little sun is left in the week. Fall's coming up, so make sure you're getting your vitamin D. That's all I have for this week's Falcon Forecast. Sending it back to the desk.
And Jose Gonzalez Crespo is here to tell us what all's happening this week on campus.
My name is Jose Gonzalez Crespo, and I'm back again to deliver the campus calendar. Last week was a dark one in our nation, but we must remember that we are the body of Christ, and it is our calling to be the light in the darkness. So I encourage you, continue to be kind to one another, despite any differences, and love each other the same way we are loved by Christ. Let's see what's going on this week at Messiah. Who doesn't love coffee to start their day before classes? On Tuesday, Student Ministries is hosting a Leaves and Latte event from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Come to the chapel for the Word of God and leave with a fall-themed iced coffee. Sounds like the perfect way to start the day for me. On Wednesday, SAB is hosting Craft Night from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Jordan Klein Lounge. The event will be a focused craft night with vision boarding and creating room banners for dorms. On Thursday, Minds Matter will be hosting Get to Know Us, a garden tea inspired event in the Jordan and Klein atrium from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Come and meet the Minds Matter team while enjoying meaningful conversations around mental health and disabilities. Take part in bouquet making, decorating terracotta pots, and enjoy treats like macarons, tea sandwiches, and more. On Friday, La Alianza Latina will be hosting Baila, their first dance of the semester. Come dance to some Latin music and enjoy light food refreshments that include empanadas and churros. The event is free of cost, and check out their Instagram page at La Alianza Latina for more info on theme attire. On Saturday, SAB and Intramural Sports will be hosting a pickleball tournament at Krista Courts next to the Yellow Breeches from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Students will play in a single elimination pickleball tournament to win a basket of prizes, including two $25 Chipotle gift cards for the winning team. Thank you for having me, and this concludes your campus calendar for the week. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Jose. Ethan, do you have any events you're looking forward to?
I know this wasn't on Jose's list, but I am hyped for the Marshmallow Bowl on Wednesday at 7:30. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it will be. I'll be calling the game before that, the women's game, so I'll be there. Hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys. I do have a night class, though, so...
Oh, no. Not for the Marshmallow Bowl's going on,
during the Marshmallow Bowl, unfortunately.
They should do a mandatory skipping. Yeah, mandatory no class. Marshmallow Bowl's on.
If I had my way, I would do that.
So I'm hyped to be playing in that.
Yeah, well, good luck in that. I'm sure it'll be great. Let's see what people around campus had to share. Danielle Leppert has this week's Falcon on the Street.
Good evening and welcome back to this week's Falcon on the Street. I'm Danielle Leppert, and today we're going to find out what events your fellow Falcons are looking forward to this school year.
I'm looking forward to more outdoors club events. I went canoeing and I had a lot of fun. Homecoming's coming up pretty soon, so I would say I'm right now at least looking forward to that one the most.
I'm most looking forward to homecoming in September. Yeah.
What campus event are you most looking forward to?
100% the Superman viewing tonight. Palmer Cinema. Be there or be square.
Deck the halls. Banner for the win.
I am so excited for the Caribbean Student Association's Island Vibes.
Happening November 22nd at Brew Baker from 7 to 12 a.m.
The Marshmallow Bowl and Caribou Night from the ASU.
I'm looking forward to the SAB Broadway trip.
I'd have to say graduation. Yes, it's a meaningful time.
What events are you most looking forward to this school year?
Arabian Nights.
Clue, Caribou. I know my favorite event of the school year is Sustainafest, hosted by the Office of Sustainability. It is going to be October 3rd on the Union Patio right here from 4 to 6 p.m. You should absolutely come out. It's a great time. And we want to hear from you. What is your event that you're looking forward to this school year? Drop a comment and let us know. That's all for this week's Falcon on the Street. For YBTV, I'm Danielle Leppert.
Thank you, Danielle. That's all we have for right now, but stay tuned because the one and only Danny Johnson and Cameron Fisher, I apologize, Cameron, are going to bring you the latest on Messiah Sports.
I wanted to go to a Christian college, and then I toured at some other Christian colleges, and Messiah felt like it had a really good balance between both a serious education program and also having a way to help their students further their faith and push their faith.
We have 3 concentrations for the biology major: biomedical, organismal, and the general concentration.
I did tons and tons of college visits, and Messiah's biology program was just unparalleled.
So we teach our courses in the context of a Christian liberal arts education. We have rigorous coursework, hands-on experience, opportunities for internship, study abroad, to prepare them for a future as professionals while we're helping them grow in their faith.
Field experience for us could be shadowing doctors or dentists or veterinarians. One is this Healthcare in the Developing World course that we teach in Zambia. Students will shadow faculty and doctors there at the Macha Hospital, which is associated with Johns Hopkins University. There's just something about a field experience that just doesn't happen in a book.
It's definitely been very intense, but at the same time, all that work has provided a lot of opportunities and other jobs that I've gotten over the summer because of my academic career.
So people ask me what kind of companies hire electrical and computer engineers. Basically, if you plug it in or it has a battery in it, electrical engineers were involved. Every Messiah engineering student is guaranteed an internship with an on-campus organization called the Collaboratory. The Collaboratory's business model is that it pairs student teams with either faculty mentors or outside professionals to work on systems that either care for the earth or help disadvantaged people around the world. One of our more successful projects is a project that involves facilitating use of limited electric power called EMMS.
So I am the student project manager of the MMS team, and so what that means is that I head up a team of students and industry volunteers who are developing a system that makes it possible for schools and medical clinics to be able to efficiently share their limited solar power resources. Just the faculty and the way that they interact with the students to help them grow is such a powerful thing.
Absolutely filthy goal there. Boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome to YVTV Sports on Falcon Update. I'm Cameron Fisher.
And I'm Danny Johnson. Cameron, I think we both know someone who has a birthday today.
Yes, we do. And happy birthday to Libby Zimmerman, our sports director here at YVTV. And thank you for spending it with us here.
Yes, thank you so much, Libby. I know she's behind the mic now, so happy birthday. And we hope that afterwards you can enjoy it however you would like, even though you're spending your time here with us. But it's that time of the show where we run through the past week of Messiah Athletics.
It was a lighter week, but not lacking in action, as our fall teams picked up momentum on their seasons.
Men's tennis hosted their home opener this past Saturday. The men took on the University of Scranton. Royals, they dominated the match with a 7-0 sweep. Women's tennis will compete in their first match of the season next Saturday at Dickinson College, alongside the men.
Both men's and women's cross country will also open their season next Saturday at the Aggie Invitational at Delaware Valley College.
With all that being said, it's time to move into this week's edition of the Falcon 4.
We start things off in New Jersey in a battle of the birds against the Red Hawks of Montclair University. If you like defense, this was the game for you. The Red Hawks and Falcons went back and forth exchanging penalty corners, but both teams were unsuccessful. It wasn't until late in the fourth quarter that Caitlin Wetherill set up Aubrey Clark to play hero for the Falcons to hang on and win 1-0. Sydney White of the Red Hawks made an impressive 12 saves in the game, coming a save shy to her season-high mark of 13 at Franklin and Marshall on September 6th. The Falcons return home on Wednesday evening to take on the Bears of Ursinus College at 7 p.m.
We are going to take our next highlight to Hitchcock Arena, where Messiah Women's Volleyball went head-to-head against Lancaster Bible College. The two teams went back and forth in this point by Leah Utsi. Lancaster Bible serving it over, Cassidy Dell out to baller, and Timberlake keeps it up, and out of nowhere, Leah Utsi coming up huge at the middle. See it again, Timberlake, and right off the tip of Timberlake, Utsi's able to just tip that one down and get the kill. This kill would be a momentum boost for the Falcons as they etched the Chargers in 4 sets. Mackenzie Adams and Cynthia Baller led the Falcons in kills, while Erin Eby recorded 21 total digs. The team is back in action as they host the Messiah Invitational this weekend.
For our next highlight, we take this outside to Shoemaker Field, where the number 2 ranked Messiah Falcons proved why they are ranked there. It was a defensive effort for Messiah, as it's been all season, and Ava Wirt made no mistake coming up clutch with this big save. Chip in here by the opposing team there, William Smith, and what a save by Ava Wirt. We get a close-up here, just up and over the shoulder and blocked out of the play there into the corner. And if that doesn't end up on SportsCenter, I don't know what will. The Falcons still have yet to give up a goal this season, but I'm going to turn things over to Danny to provide some offensive firepower.
Yeah, staying at Shoemaker Field, we will get our last highlight from the matchup between the two top 10 ranked teams. The Falcons battled against the Herons of William Smith College on Saturday when Brittany Laird came up huge for Messiah. The Falcons just playing some chippy goals here, but able to chip that one over. A perfect spot and placement. I mean, the goalie tried to do everything she could, but Brittany Laird with the left foot chips it over. Almost looks like the goalie was able to get a hand on it, but nonetheless able to get it off the post and score her one of 2 goals, which, as I was saying, the one of 2 goals that Laird scored to cruise past the Herons, but their defense was truly spectacular. The Falcons didn't allow a single shot on goal in the last 87 minutes of play. Messiah will host the Lions of Penn State Berks on Wednesday before the annual Marshmallow Bowl.
Yeah, and that was an impressive highlight there, Danny, and another great week of highlights for the Falcons.
Yes, and you are absolutely right, Cameron. This time of year, our fall teams are starting to hit their stride. The energy in this building and all on the field is just, it's something that you can't explain. And honestly, for us that work for AFCOM, it's just it's a great experience. But all of the competition is heating up across the board. Last week, we shared a big milestone for our women's head soccer coach, Scott Fry, his 500th career win. This week, one of our own sat down with him to talk about that journey. Libby Zimmerman has the story.
You know, it's a combination of 2 things that are really been special, and that is time, right? So if you play enough games, there's good things can happen. But you also have to have, you know, success in those seasons, you know, success if you want to call winning things, those kinds of things. And so I've been blessed to have a combination of those 2 things. And I also go like, I also know I haven't scored a single goal or made a single save. It's been a group of unbelievable women, a coaching staff. You know, my assistant, Todd Bosbach, has been with me for every season except the first. He's been with me for 24 seasons. You know, it's a combination of 2 things that are really been special, and that is time, right? So if you play enough games, there's good things can happen. But you also have to have, you know, success in those seasons, you know, success if you want to call winning things, those kinds of things. And so I've been blessed to have a combination of those 2 things. And I also go like, I also know I haven't scored a single goal or made a single save. It's been a group of unbelievable women, a coaching staff. You know, my assistant, Todd Bosbach, has been with me for every season except the first. He's been with me for 24 seasons. Not many people have that person who drives an hour, you know, 30 minutes each way every day for 24 years to be a part of something unless they think it's really special. And my alum who are part of it as well, who still coach. All that to say is, you know, you get to 500 one game at a time, 1 week at a time, one moment at a time.
What a huge achievement, and one that speaks to years of dedication and success.
It really is, Cameron, and what a great way to wrap up this week's edition of YBTV Sports. Unfortunately, that is all we have for tonight, but tune in next week for our next edition of YB Tonight. Good night, Messiah.